Hey, thanks for joining. You did it. Nice job. Introducing our project management trainer, speaker, author, and coach to thousands of professionals and organizations worldwide, including NASA, the U.S. Air Force, USACE, U.S. Army, the Department of Transportation, the FBI. Your friend, Phil. Over to you, Phil.
Hello, my fellow project managers. I wanted to address a concept that people have in error regarding project management. Now, this is tying back to my video about the PMBOK Guide 7th edition. I call it a disaster waiting to happen. I want to explain a concept to you. People often get the perspective that this book, this body of information, is at war with this body of information. A lot of lay people think that this will rule the world and this will fizzle into the background. Read my lips. You definitely have not been around long enough if that's how you're thinking. If you think that everything in the world of project management is going to tilt on its head and point towards agile, you are gravely mistaken. Very, very wrong. And I believe that this is the misconception that a lot of people who have been into the world of IT, the world of software, the world of agile, predominantly, without venturing into other worlds, I believe this is how a lot of them think. They think that what is in the PMBOK Guide is unwieldy and it's going to get fizzled and phased out. That is such a stupid way of thinking, without apology. How can you diminish what has been around for a long time and added value to companies? You see, there's balance in everything. There's predictive project management that works great for certain types of projects. That is not going away. I am very happy to tell you it is not, because it adds tremendous value to a lot of the firms I do business with. A lot of value. On the flip side, agile has added a whole lot of value as well to other companies that we have trained. Now let's get it straight. I'm in it not to train, because I saw a comment on the PMI's projectmanagement.com that said something to the effect that, oh, the reason why everyone is, certain people are upset about this is because they're trainers. That is just a very low level way of thinking. But I don't blame you, because you don't really know who I am. If you know who I am, you know I'm in it for the project management. I was a project manager for many years before I ventured into the world of training. And I would leave training in a second to work projects as a project manager the right way. So all of this to say, my friends, the PMBOK Guide 7th edition is a disaster waiting to happen, without apology. I'll say it again and again, and you know what? The PMBOK Guide 7th edition is going to, at this rate, the way it looks, the way I'm seeing things, the way the PMI refuses to engage stakeholders sensibly in dialogue and conversation, I'm seeing this as being the beginning of the end. That's just my honest opinion. You can take it or leave it. I do not see things panning out in the future. Let me also explain that leaders carry their people along. The PMI is not acting like a leader right now. Or let me say, PMI leadership. They're not acting like leaders. Because what do leaders do? Leaders lead the charge, but they bring their people along. John Maxwell has a way he explains leadership. He says, follow me. I am right behind you. That is leading from behind. You're instructing people. You are leading them. You're not leaving them behind. You're not burying your head in the sand and saying, la, 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 I don't want to hear what people are saying. I want to hear what you have to say about the PMBOK Guide 7th edition. No, 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 no. This is the way we're going. This is groundbreaking. This is the way to do it. Seriously? Seriously? After 50 years, is this the best you've got? Is this the best you can present to your stakeholders? I am gravely disappointed, very, very disappointed. And honestly, at this point, I couldn't care less. I'll do whatever I need to do for my students, for the thousands of you that I have helped get certified. I'll do what is best for you. I don't care whatever PMI says about the 7th edition. I know that is not in the best interest of people I've trained, mentored, coached, companies, entire organizations, many firms worldwide, many agencies with hundreds and thousands of people being affected. Do you really think the US government is going to buy into this? I can tell you from the little contact that I've had very recently with my clients in government and private, I can tell you that is not going to happen. It will not happen with the 7th edition. You can do all you like. You can come out with your pretty little changes and principles. But I'm telling you, when rubber meets the road, you'll remember that I said something about it. Because people aren't stupid. People know what works in their firms and for the kind of projects they do. Think about it. You're building multi-billion weapon systems. You're building multi-million vessels, barges, ships, tanks, planes, huge aircrafts. And you think you can just diminish predictive project management like it never added any value? That is a very dwarfed mindset. There are things that are absolutely great to take from the world of Agile. There are things that are absolutely great to take from the world of predictive. That is why we talk about hybridized project management, but we cannot throw away the baby with the bathwater, and that is what I'm seeing is about to happen. Now, here I was, not very concerned about this because I believed the PMI would give at least another cycle, another review, and call everyone to the table like you should. I mean, we talk about managed stakeholder engagement. We talk about monitor stakeholder engagement. We talk about managed communications in project management, don't we? But I see us not practicing what we preach. Or I see them, not me, not practicing what is preached in the PMBOK. I no wonder, because they don't even see this as being worth any consideration. When this happens, I will immediately not support any of the 7th edition efforts. Honestly, project management has been around for a very long time. Now, whether you look at the iron triangle upright, whether you look at it on its head, project management isn't changing. People are not dumb. Companies, organizations, entities, they know what works. I've already heard people saying, well, we're not going to use this. We're not going to adopt this. We'll have our own internal certifications for project managers, and we'll just stick to this. We'll stick to this. You know, I have so many books here that are indicative of the work that many people have put in, that hours. Let me show you a few. I'll show you a few. Let's bring a few down. So, this is the PMBOK Guide 4th edition. This book was instrumental to getting hundreds of people. This is actually the very first book that I started making available to companies, fully fledged as a coach. And I realized this added tremendous value to companies. Huge value. This one, some of you have never even seen it. This is the PMBOK Guide 2000 edition. And this, let me show you close up because I know the light is preventing you from seeing it. But that is the PMBOK Guide 2000 edition. And this is what my exam was based on. This still added value to companies. And this is in my mind, I think they got it right. They only needed to make minor tweaks. But they made some tweaks I wouldn't have supported for the 6th edition, but still, the 6th was okay. It was okay. Going to the 7th, at this point, my friends, I really do not know what the future holds. But there's one thing I can assure you about. And that one thing is, I will do what is in your best interest as my students, as my colleagues, and I will support you. And I can also predict that anyone trying to diminish 50 years of blood, sweat, and tears, do you know what went into one of these? Do you know what went into any of these? A lot of work, volunteer work with the PMI. So I want to make it crystal clear. I'll not support the 7th when it comes out because I honestly do not believe in it. This to me is not about money. It's about what I believe in. I do not believe in what I've seen. I am a project manager through and through. To just diminish what many of us have spent decades on is disrespect. To not call us to the table for dialogue is disrespect. And many of my colleagues who actually got on the scene before me have the same view. So PMI, what you're doing is very dangerous. Remember, PMI is not any one person's organization. It is our organization. That is why I'm putting another video of warning out. I'm putting another video out to warn you not to do this. It is not a good idea. It is not a good investment of time, effort, and energy to diminish what 50 years of people's work has brought us to. You need to very carefully think about what you're doing. The likes of Blockbuster that were the 800-pound gorilla are nowhere to be seen today. There are many entities, many organizations that people would gravitate towards. By the time you throw real project management out, well, you'll be left with what you have for the number of people who are on the ACP certified, of which I'm one. But you see, there's a reason why people gravitated towards the PMP exam. It is because, even though you say it's not, the dogma and the philosophy of the PMBOK guides have pretty much supported it. Is every PMP a great project manager? Of course not. But it provides a common lexicon. It provides direction. It provides a framework that is robust enough to cut from and to create your own unique methodology, PMI, which of course you have none, because we do not see you following one in engaging stakeholders. So people often ask the question, Phil, what does this mean? Should I still go ahead and take the PMP exam? I say I'll support you all the way to the end. But the moment the exam changes over, I'll not support it. I will not, absolutely not, because I do not believe in it. I do believe in the people who have spent decades developing the 10 knowledge areas, the 5 process groups, the 49 processes, and process names change from time to time. But why change what works? It works. It's foolish to change it. All in the name of what? All in the name of what? You'll never be the leadership 800-pound gorilla. You'll never be the management 800-pound gorilla. But one thing PMI is, they are the Project Management Institute, recognized as the 800-pound gorilla in project management. Not Agile, not Scrum, not some random principles thrown together by certain people. No. That's the truth. So to erase Project Management Institute and make it Principles Institute or Agile Institute, Scrum Institute, it's just not going to fly. People aren't stupid. They're not. You really need professional advice from people who have been slaving away in project management, using these tools and techniques in the real world. You see, the problem is a lot of folks have used certain pieces of this in some industry, but not across many. I can tell you, pharmaceutical, engineering, aerospace, defense, that stuff you're putting in the seventh, it's not going to fly with them. I can already tell you. You can argue all you like. You can come up with rationalizations and reasons, but time will tell. The likes of the US Army, the likes of NASA. This stuff you're putting in the seventh edition, I'd like to see them accommodate it at every level, like they have embraced the PMBOK guide. It's not going to happen. Because there are times when lightweight methods just fall flat. They do. There are times when lightweight methods dominate, as in the virtual case file project. If you have read that, the virtual case file project, they were trying to use a heavyweight process set to work the virtual case file project for the FBI. It didn't fly. Not until they gravitated towards lightweight project management. And it has its place. Now, I'm not saying that the 7th edition is going to totally diminish any of the tools and techniques and methods and approaches completely, but it will do more harm than good, the way I have seen it. And since PMI is not engaging in further dialogue to review the draft, from what I've heard, to review additional drafts, it seems like they're just burying their head in the sand and saying, no, we don't want to hear what you have to say. La, 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 la. We don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear it. No. That's not an intelligent way to proceed. I want to leave you with that thought. Project Management Institute. Project management. What is project management? Project management has always been defined in ways different from other flavors of, let's use your phrase or term, value delivery, right? And don't get me wrong, value delivery has its place. But for you to erase the legacy of project management, it's a big mistake.